Good evening. This is CTV News for November 15th. I'm Janine Samuels. Thanks for joining us. Authorities have arrested a teacher following an assault at a local high school. Our Byron Scott is at police headquarters with the story. Byron?
Well, Janine, a Largo High School teacher has been arrested in a fight involving a female student. That incident, police say, occurred this morning at the school at around 10:30. Now, police say the female teacher and the student had prior contact, and that incident, they say, was caught on video. At this press conference was the police chief, the county executive, and the school CEO. They called it extremely disturbing. Now, the police say that the teacher did initiate the assault on the student, and those are the charges right now. The teacher has been arrested, charged with physical child abuse and with assault. Now, this happened again early this morning. There were a number of witnesses, almost 40 in all. Investigators say that 30 students saw the incident and 8 administrators, and all those are being questioned. And that at some point, the student, who was 17 years old, female student, may be charged. As for the teacher, she's been at that school for 1 year and 2 years with the school district, and that is what's happening right now with this case. A person under arrest in this case for allegedly assaulting a student.
All right, yeah, Byron, we were hearing there's some reports that there was actually a weapon at the school yesterday. Do you have any information on that?
We do. Not a whole lot right now, but indeed, police say that a school was retrieved, a gun retrieved from the school yesterday. That a couple of students told the resource officer that another student had a handgun in the school. They were able to locate that student and retrieve the weapon, and that student also, we are told, may face some charges. That's the latest here at the county executive building. I'm Byron Scott.
All right, thanks, Byron. Again, that was Byron Scott reporting from police headquarters. All eyes are on Capitol Hill today as the impeachment hearings continue. On the stand today, former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Marin Yovanovitch. Democrats say President Trump's recall of Yovanovitch was part of the president's establishment of a covert channel run by his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. Trump took to Twitter criticizing the diplomat as she testified. She called the tweets, which were critical of her foreign service, very intimidating. Here is some of the testimony.
These events should concern everyone in this room. Ambassadors are the symbol of the United States abroad. They are the personal representative of the president. They should always act and speak with full authority to advocate for U.S. policies. If our chief representative is kneecapped, it limits our effectiveness to safeguard the vital national security interests of the United States.
I'm not exactly sure what the ambassador is doing here today. This is the House Intelligence Committee that's now turned into the House Impeachment Committee. This seems more appropriate for the Subcommittee on Human Resources at the Foreign Affairs Committee. If there's issues with employment, disagreements with the administration, it would seem like this would be a more appropriate setting instead of an impeachment hearing.
In other major news on the Hill, a federal jury has convicted Trump confidant Roger Stone of lying to Congress and witness tampering. Stone's indictment was the last brought by special counsel Robert Mueller as part of the Russian probe. Stone could face decades behind bars. Sentencing is set for February 6th. A Bowie police officer has been indicted for misconduct stemming from a 2018 shooting during a traffic stop. Last August, Lieutenant Ernest Stanley pulled over a vehicle with 2 people inside. When the driver fled the scene, the lieutenant fired 3 shots, hitting the vehicle once. State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy says the officer put the occupants and the public in danger. The Maryland State Prosecutor's Office charges the former Caroline County Police Chief with misconduct in office for misrepresenting qualifications of an officer. Thomas Webster joined the Greensboro force in July 2018. His supervisor, former Chief Michael Petyo, allegedly made factual misrepresentations in a police hiring application with a Maryland Police Commission. Webster's personnel disciplinary records from his time as a Dover, Delaware police officer were not included in his Maryland application. Webster was later involved in the Anton Black death investigation. Black, who was 19, died during a struggle involving Webster in September 2018. A 31-year-old New Hampshire man is killed by a hit-and-run driver nearly 2 hours after being released from the county jail. The victim is identified as Nathan Frazier. The incident happened last night in Upper Marlboro just before 9 o'clock. Investigators say the vehicle was traveling northbound along Brown Station Road near Dilly Drive when it struck the man. Police do not have any information about the make or model of the vehicle. Anyone who can help the investigation is asked to call police. In another incident involving a hit and run, police continue the search for the driver who struck and killed a pedestrian last Friday. This is where the incident happened, at Martin Luther King Highway near Whitfield Chapel Road. Police also have released the name of the victim. He is 41-year-old Lawrence Dougal of Springdale. Witnesses say the striking vehicle drove around other cars that were stopped at a red light, and that's when Dougal was hit by a white sedan. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to call police.